Greetings, welcome back to the dive plan. And today's plan is weird. We're actually, here's my dive secretary. We're at Summit Lake, and a gentleman who lives up the hill has a pump issue. His water pump stopped working, so he thinks that it might have fallen over. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna do a dive or two and see if we can find out what the problem is and fix it. So yeah, gonna be fun. That's the plan. We're gonna make it happen. I really love diving in lakes. I was brought up diving lakes by my dad in New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. And lake diving is wildly different from diving in salt water for a number of reasons. First, you need less weight to stay underwater because fresh water is less dense than salt water. Second, you really need to have your buoyancy and trim on point because many lakes have layers of silt at the bottom of them. And if you hit those layers of silt at the bottom, you create a brownout, which can cause confusion, especially for newer divers. Additionally, in lakes, there are totally different critters than you'll see in the ocean. For instance, as you'll see in follow-up parts of this video, this lake has big salamanders as well as smallmouth bass and other fish that you don't see in the ocean. So it's a totally different environment from the one you see in our oceans. So, first dive down, found out something important. The line that we thought was the gentleman's pump is not the gentleman's pump. That actually leads out to just a screened water intake valve. So, no pump there. So, also found 4 other lines, and that's what I'm going to go explore now. But I did find a really cool, like 1940s baby bottle or baby food jar. And a pair of sunglasses, and of course, because you can't go anywhere without them, a golf ball. So, here, let me let you look at those real quick. Baby food jar. Got the maker's mark on it. This was filled with dirt when I picked it out of the lake, by the way. And it's got a 3, which with the old Northwest bottling company indicated that it was like 1943 or 33 or 53. So we're talking, 120-year-old, or 120, like a 70, 80-year-old bottle of baby food, or possibly mustard. So that's pretty cool. Here's my new cool sunglasses. Like those. Might have seen their better days. And of course, the Pacific Northwest golf ball. Top flight breed, to be specific. All right. So yeah, saw my treasures. Gonna get back in the water and figure out exactly what the problem is, and hopefully get it all fixed up. That's the plan. Gonna go make it happen. What do you think? Good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo. Okay.
Yeah.
You mean okay?
Yeah.
You're not gonna give me an okay? The dive secretary says okay, so there we go. This is one of the 5 water pumps within 20 feet of each other in this area of the lake that supply water to homes around the lake. Most of the pumps we find in lakes underwater are on tripods or quad pods so that they can draw water out without getting too much muck in them. This is the only one I found that was designed to lay on a platform on the bottom. As I followed the pipes along, I finally found my client's water pump lying on its side just as he thought it would be, but that's not what caused his pump problem. Once I had righted my client's pump and fixed it to the ground, I followed the pump hose along towards the shore and realized that it was hovering in mid-water, which spoke to a totally different problem. Right here is why his pump wasn't delivering water pressure correctly. As you see, there are numerous gouges in his pump line. The reason for this will become clear in just a few moments when you see what I find next underwater. I saw some rope floating right next to my client's pump hose and followed it to this 25-pound anchor, which was the culprit that had caused the gouges in the pump hose in the first place. Well, there you go. 2 dives it took, but I figured out the problem finally. The gentleman's pump was knocked over, for one. And the reason it was knocked over is because, well, you saw that anchor. Some well-meaning fisherman came along, anchored down there, and then when he tried to pull it up, put all those gouges in the line, and probably was the reason why all those pots with the cement in them and the zip ties in them were all broken, because he probably pulled that line up, realized what he had done, and instead of sticking around, he cut anchor and left the pipe to float towards the surface, which it was pretty close to in like 4 different places. So yeah, found the gouges. The gentleman's going to call a plumber, see about fixing it, and probably I'll come back out here sometime soon, hopefully, when he gets the plumber to look at the videos and see what he can do, and we'll just bring the line back up. I'll cut the support weights that are down there now, and then the plumber can fix it. We'll just lay it on top of the gentleman's kayak, and then the plumber can fix the offending piece, and then I'll bring it back down and I'll weigh it with proper weights like cinder blocks, cement weights, things like that, and he'll be back in business. So yeah, that was fantastic. You see those fish? They were huge. All right, so until next time, fins up, dive safe.